going on, guys? Will blended. There will be no glare today because once again it is raining. There is no sun. Excuse me. So what I wanted to talk about today is I figured out what product I must sell. If you've been watching me for a while, all you hear about me talk about is my transportation business. But I'm starting to just realize now with the downfall of Uber and Uber having all these problems that maybe even after this pandemic, there won't be as much of a need for transportation. So maybe I should rethink that and focus on my media company. But I can't just do videos. I have to have a product to sell. So I've been watching my idol lately, Glendon Cameron, Hustlers Kung Fu. He's giving away a free course, 30 days to 2,500. I truly believe for you to become a course creator, you have to take courses. You have to take a risk, try a course, see how it does, see if you learn anything from it. That's the only way you're gonna know how to build your own course. And Glendon Cameron, he actually has courses on how to build courses. So he's probably the perfect candidate for me to follow. So that's what I figured out. I need to just sell courses that will build my media channel. I don't have to rely on just AdSense money to keep me afloat. And all I gotta do is focus on that and my job, and I should be good. So yeah, I came to this conclusion actually going through his course, 30 days to 2,500. And he makes you, you know, figure out what do you actually need to do, because you have to be passionate about what you want to do. Because if you're not making a lot of sales, you're still going to push through and do what you got to do because you enjoy the work. I enjoy talking about business, LLCs, corporate credit, holding companies. I actually enjoy talking about that stuff. If it was up to me, I would talk about that stuff all day, every day. I enjoy talking about this stuff like some people enjoy talking about sports or politics. That's how much I enjoy talking about this stuff. But on my journey of building my perfect holding company, I'm going to structure my own course on how to become the perfect holding company. And I believe the perfect holding company may be the only company you actually need in some cases. You know, if you're one of those people that don't know how to go after different ideas and stuff like that, it's the perfect business, because you build your holding company, corporate credit, and you just put it into an investment like real estate and just repeat the process over and over and over. So if you want it, you could just have different LLCs owning your different properties, or like I'm going to do, have different LLCs first owning different small businesses. And then just the right time, it'll probably be next year when the real estate market is super rock bottom cheap, I start deploying some of the money I make and some of the credit I made on low rock bottom pricing on real estate. But I'll have 2 or 3 businesses funding my holding company. But I think one of those businesses needs to be one I create with the course. I'll create the course, sell the course, slowly as the demand increases for the course, raise the price slowly. Not a dramatic jump, just a slow. And then possibly, I don't think my life dictates this, but I might get some personal clientele you know, consultations in the future, maybe, but that's really demanding on my time. So I don't know, I might try dabble in that just to see how it goes, you know. And then if I don't like it, I'll just stick to just focusing on selling my course. And hopefully, eventually the course, between doing the course and maybe pushing my Z-Tegrity, Z-Black Card business, I make enough money where I only have to do those things to fund my holding company. And then, like I said about your baby companies under your holding company, you should be looking for partners to run those for you. So it takes you completely out of the game. You'll have partners running those small LLC businesses for you. So all you gotta do is make sure your holding company gets a check occasionally, you know, once a week, once a month, however you feel it's good for you. If the businesses are in your local area, go check them out, go contribute some help if they need it, you know, stuff like that. I'm going to provide ongoing support in the way of building a corporate credit for anybody that has an operational company under my holding company. So I'll be focusing on the business credit for each business as it's growing. So then you can later deploy that credit towards something else to expand that business or whatever. Keep in mind, the more partner companies you have underneath your holding company, that's more money for your holding company, which is going to pay you. So year after year, if you're doing this right, going after my real estate, buying small companies, because companies are going to be rock bottom by next year. I mean, you'll be able to pick up probably, instead of one small bodega or liquor store, you might be able to pick up 5 for the same price. And as long as you have the right people in place, things come back from this pandemic by then, hopefully we can start enjoying the fruits of our labor. But that's my new plan now. I mean, I could just push Z-Tegrity, Z-Black Card. They do have an opportunity to make a lot of money with them, but I believe you have to have at least one business that you fully control. Nothing's wrong with selling other products and services, but by selling a course or a book, you have complete control over it. The book, depending on whether you do a self-published deal. You know, you publish it yourself, you market it on YouTube and Facebook yourself, and you start making sales. You could even throw it up on Amazon, you know, because that's still a few extra dollars you may need. But I plan on doing a course, and hopefully around the same time doing a book. It'll probably be formatted as a digital book, you know, or a PDF book, and then audio book wherever I can get it. I think an audio book would really be good, you know, because you got that app Audible. Put it, if I somehow could get it on there, make a few pennies on there, that would be really nice, you know. And the only reason why I say I only really need the one course to get this thing going is the holding company is just one part of your financial freedom. It's the holding company, it's the personal credit, it's the corporate credit, it's the business credit. You're throwing in real estate. You're throwing the right amount of accounts to segregate your money. And in my case, you try to stay away from young women that are going to take your money. And you have the opportunity to become financially independent. And that is all while working your job. You You're not quitting your job. I made that mistake in the past of quitting my job prematurely when I first got into this stuff, and it was definitely a mistake. Now I have a part-time job that I'm praying will turn into a full-time position with some benefits, depending on how this COVID thing go. And I should be able to get my holding company funded within about 4 to 6 months. It's funded as far as corporate credit, as I'm repairing my personal credit. So this is my process on how I'm going to get financially free. Most likely my first batch of corporate credit, I'm most likely going to put into my first property, first investment property. And the goal is to get something big enough that I can actually live on one floor of the property. 2 to 3 family, something I can live on, something that I can self-manage as the property manager. You're never going to tell nobody you're the owner. Self-manage as a property manager. And then from there, once you got that first property going, and it's making you money, and provided my course is making me money, then the next goal will be start looking for that ultimate estate down south. Hopefully in or outside of Atlanta, because I'm really tired of Connecticut. Tired. And then I won't, if I plan everything right, I won't have to shift anything. And then my online company, you could take that anywhere. That's the beauty of doing a media company online, because you could bring it anywhere. It doesn't have to necessarily, I probably won't even have the address in Connecticut. You can have a digital business where the address is anywhere. So I may keep it in Wyoming. Have the holding company own it, have it in Wyoming. You know, technically I can make my holding company own my media company, but I think it's smarter to segregate them. For protection. You know, because if you do, let's say I say the wrong thing on my media company or on a video, and I get sued, whatever, I need to have that segregated from the actual holding company. To protect myself. And then you have layers. So if they sue my media company, then they have another company they have to deal with. So, you know what I mean? It'll make it really difficult for somebody to sue me directly. And I'm thinking about having it own 2, maybe 3 out of the YouTube channels I'm working on. I'm not gonna lie, there may be more in the future, but as each YouTube channel becomes successful on the level of what I consider successful, doesn't have to have necessarily a lot of subscribers, but if I even had 10,000 subscribers, but that was enough to push my course to make me $20,000, $30,000, that's to me is a success. I don't need a lot of subscribers on my channel. I just need to be enough people to be responsive to what I'm offering. You know, right now I'm creeping up. I'm trying to creep up and get at least 1,000 subscribers. So that's where I'm at right now. It's going really slow, but it's going. I'm at about 800 or something on my main channel, Janaya Business. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. Help a brother out. But this is going to be a lot of what I'm talking about on this channel. It's going to be the holding company. Part of that process will be fixing your own personal credit, building your corporate credit, business credit, and then buying at least one piece of real estate and a LLC owned by your holding company. It could be your own home. But remember, the way I think, I would even keep the property in my name. If I have to use, you know, FHA or some form of finance where I have to close in my name, that's okay. Just as long as eventually you get it out of your name. Eventually. Get it out of your name eventually to protect you from getting that taken in an event you personally are sued. And I'll do it up. I'll make it look as if I sold my home to that LLC. So in the event they do look it up and they see, okay, he did have a house, but he sold it to this company. And put a price and everything. And then that company, as it's making money, will pay me back individually for the purchase of that property. That won't mean I'm just going to take the money and reinvest it in my business anyway, but this is how you got to make it look, to make it look legitimate, or it is legitimate, but to make it, do it the proper way, that's the way you would do it. Because if you just deed it into a LLC, they may think that LLC is yours. You know, if you just deed it in with no bill of sales or nothing like that, have it on record that you actually sold it. So if some lawyer looks up, oh, I see you had a house. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I can maybe even keep it in my name for a couple of years, just to boost my credit. I may keep the first property in my name and just make all the tenants pay the management company. So their check will be still go to the management company, not to me. If the property's in my name. If it's more than a single family, I will immediately get it out of my name. Even if it's only a 2 to 3 family, I will get it out of my name, just because the tenants may look you up and see that you're the owner. You don't ever want your tenants to think you're the owner. You want your tenants to believe you're, at best, the property manager. So when they start complaining about the landlord, you can be right with them and be like, yeah, I see what you mean, I'll contact them. So you're the middleman between you and your holding company, which is the real owner of the LLC that owns that property. Another gloomy day in Connecticut, pouring down, raining. Crazy. All right, guys, I want to keep keep this short. I want to say thank you for giving me your time and subscribing to my channel if you have, and click that bell icon so you can get updated when I do another video. I'll see you next time.